Think she wants an 8x10 of this? Nope.
The tree of Roanoke. And it says here, Croton. And this is just so fascinating. Brooke, come on, check this out. This is amazing. You know, the whole Roanoke colony disappeared. Ooh. That's a pretty nice gossip, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Guys, you need to follow me right now.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I found the site of Fort Jamestown.
Oh, wow. That is really interesting. Pretty neat, you know. You know, John Smith, he is the one who led Fort Jamestown to their survival.
Yes.
He was the one that made them work. He was the one that explored the area. Yeah. He was the whole reason they survived, like you said, Savannah. He actually made them get along with the Native Americans.
They were the first successful colony.
Hello! I am Savannah Rain, the History Man, and I am here with Brooke Force, the History Source, and Landon Larson, the History #1. We are here to tell you about the 13 colonies. We're going to start by describing each colonial region.
Let's start with the New England colonies.
Colonies in this region include Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, and New Hampshire. Massachusetts and New Hampshire were royal colonies. Connecticut and Rhode Island were charter colonies.
The New England colonies had long winters and rocky soil.
Crops grown in this region include grain. Since the New England colonies were farther north, this resulted in a shorter growing season. Because of this, there was less farming.
Some resources in the New England colonies were cattle, fish, fur, grains, iron, rum, ships, and whales.
Industries in the New England colonies include farming, businesses, shipbuilding, and fishing. In colonial households, the men were the formal head of the household. They represented the family in the community. Men also worked in the fields and barns and houses and fences and so much more. Sons could work as indentured servants for local farmers, and they could also be apprentices to workers who taught them to trade. Women ran the household and cared for children. A number of women worked in the fields alongside their husbands. Young unmarried women might work as maids or cooks. Widows might work as teachers, nurses, or seamstresses. Widows and women who never married could run businesses and own property.
Most colonists, through education, thought education was important. Massachusetts passed that if a community had more than 50 homes, it had to have a school.
Religion became a big thing in the 1720s through the 1740s. This period was called the Great Awakening. Slavery wasn't as important in the New England colonies because farming wasn't as big an industry. Many people opposed slavery. Savannah, Landon, let's talk about the middle colonies.
Oh, did you know that the middle colonies had 4 total colonies? New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Delaware.
Yes! Another thing about the colonies within the middle colonies is Pennsylvania and Delaware were the proprietary colonies, while New York and New Jersey were royal colonies.
Oh, what about the soil and the climate?
The soil was more fertile and the climate was milder than New England. Some crops grown were wheat and barley and some grains.
Yes, and since it was farther south than New England, farming was more important because but not as important as in the southern colonies.
Oh, speaking of farming, men in the middle colonies often farmed while women took care of children. Children did chores around the property.
Religion was very important in the middle colonies, as well as the New England colonies.
Slavery was more important in the middle colonies than the New England colonies since there was more agriculture.
Yeah! The last of the colonial regions we are describing is the southern colonies. Maryland, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia. Maryland was a proprietary colony. Virginia, North Carolina, and South Carolina, and Georgia were all royal colonies. The southern colonies had rich soil and warm climate.
Crops grown in this region include tobacco and rice.
Whew. Since the southern colonies are much farther south, it is much warmer and the soil is much better, which resulted in more farming. Resources in the southern colonies include cattle, grain, indigo, lumber, rice, rum, and tobacco.
Since farming was so important in the southern colonies, there was little industry.
On plantation, the father served in the colonial government. The mother hosted elegant parties and manages the household. The boys were raised with the education of a British gentleman and learning skills to run a plantation. And girls studied art and music and are training to manage a plantation household. Education was something you easily acquired if you were raised on a plantation, but otherwise it is not as important.
Since 4 of the 5 colonies in the southern colonies were royal colonies, Britain ruled directly over most of the southern colonies.
Slavery was very important in the southern colonies. Yes, most slaves lived on plantations. Some did housework, but most worked in the fields. Slaves were often overworked. They had little to no rights. Hey y'all! Come on, check this out, Brookie Landon! Come on, take a seat, yeah? So, is it true
Is what true?
that the Native Americans hated all Europeans and only had negative interactions with them? Of course not. Yes, there were several negative interactions, but not all were negative.
Exactly one positive interaction was when Squarto and Samoset helped the Pilgrims survive in North America.
Really? That's very interesting. Another positive interaction between Europeans and Native Americans is the French relationship with them. Since the French were kind and fair to them, there were several positive interactions between the two groups. But wait! I just remembered something. Like you said before, Brooke, there were several negative interactions. One example would be the British. The British moved onto their land without permission and did other things to anger the Native Americans.
So the answer to your question, Savannah, no. But it definitely wasn't all positive relationships either.
Europeans, such as Britain, came for power, wealth, and freedom to the Americas, to sell and to trade, and to spread religion. France came to make money with fur trade and fishing.
Did you guys know that in the 1700s the British and the French had a rivalry? They wanted the same lands, and then they started attacking each other. That eventually led to the French and Indian War.
There was a very good thing about this, though. A great leader of those 3 conflicts, George Washington.
Yes, he was the first one to strike against the French. Then he led survivors back to Virginia after the brutal attack on March to Fort Desquigny.
Before the war, Benjamin Franklin gathered representatives from several colonies in Albany, New York. He wished to unite the colonies to have a better chance of winning the upcoming war. None of the representatives approved this plan, though. They didn't want to give up their own colony's power.
That's so cool.
Ooh! Savannah, you better come here. I got some good old history source gossip. It's about the French and Indian War. Oh, MG, tell me, please, now that it's about the French and Indian War, I have got to know.
Are you talking?
I heard through my sources that the British and the French wanted to control the world and power of the seas. Oh, and British wanted to control the Ohio River Valley, but the French already claimed it.
Are you telling Savannah more sources? May I join and listen?
Yes, I am. And sure. Brooke, what were the types of fighting? There was stuff that Braddock, the British general, wasn't used to. The British Army had worn bright colors instead of camouflage. They also didn't have a very good style of marching. The British aren't that smart. Oh, those conflicts made them vulnerable, so the brilliant French and Native Americans hit them hard. The British lost. Luckily, George Washington was there and led the survivors back to Virginia. Yippee! Spin around the history main. Yes, I have forgotten. How did the French and Indian War end? Well, you see, Brooke forced the history source. The Treaty of Paris 1763 was created, and that treaty gave Britain the Ohio River Valley, and Florida. And Spain got the Louisiana Territory and the New Orleans port. No, you're not very good pronouncing for a history expert. Oh, and now I remember. The Proclamation of 1763 was made to set the Appalachian Mountains as a temporary western boundary for the colonies. Then some settlers got angry because they'd already bought land west of this boundary. Brooke forced the history source. You're not as well good of a source as I thought you were. And yes, Britain ignored this in anger and made things worse, but I won't go into dissent.
a disagreement with or opposition to an opinion. Puritan. Protestants who during the 1600s wanted to reform the Anglican Church. Separatist. Protestants who during the 1600s wanted to leave the Anglican Church in order to found their own church. Proprietary colonies. Colony run by an individual group to whom land was granted. Royal colony was a colony run by a governor and council appointed by the king of Queen. A charter colony was a colony established by a group of settlers who had been given a formal document allowing them to settle. A pacifist was a person opposed to use of war or violence to settle disputes. Subsistent farming in which only enough food to feed one's family is produced. Slave codes are laws passed in southern states that restrict enslaved people. Cash crop. Farm crop raised to be sold for money.
Let's go to the bloopers. Let's go to the bloopers.
She actually lost it. Going back over my head. Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
Ready? Barely.
Slavery was more important in the middle colonies than the New England colonies since there was more agriculture.
Yeah! Thank you for watching. The last of the colonial regions, we have
Just start over because you weren't saying
Oh,
no.
yeah, that's not everything now.
Don't pause. Don't stop it. Just I will edit.